Hello, my name is Taj from Casual Corridor, back with you once again. And we're going to be starting up a new segment here on Casual Corridor called MMO Lore, where we go into your favorite games and look at the folklore between characters and the items that they use to be successful, and see what's the history behind each and every single one of them. Now, to be specific, we're going to be talking about Marvel Heroes 2015. Now, that game is an ARPG where there's tons and tons and tons of loot to be scraped up and used by many of your different characters. Each and every one of them tied to the Marvel Universe in one way or another. But right now, as you can see, we will be talking about one specific item, and that is the Gem of the Cursed. Now, this item actually is one of the most used, one of the most popular items in game, and a lot of people kind of pass by on the flavor text. Of course, the flavor text actually saying, "You will become darkness, doomed to this existence until it consumes you," said by Malekith. So what is the meaning behind this flavor text? Now, to be honest, Gem of the Cursed is actually more of a MCU tied item more than it is to the comics. So, minor spoilers ahead for Thor: The Dark World if any of you haven't seen that movie yet. But I do want to go into a quick dive into the comic book lore. Basically, with a man named, or a dark elf named Algrim. Now, Algrim, in both the MCU universe and in the comic book universe, was the top lieutenant to Malekith, the dark elf leader. He actually fought Thor, believing that he was meant to defeat him, but actually used as a martyr in order to try and take him down. Now, Thor survived this encounter, but Kursed, aka Algrim, did not fare too well. He ended up getting mortally wounded by way of magma pit. He was actually rescued by a being called the Beyonder, restored to health, actually given increased speed and strength, and he actually bestowed Algrim with living armor that increases already insane amount of durability. So later he actually took up the alias Curse and sought vengeance against Thor himself, believing him to be related to why he was actually mortally wounded. He found out later after fighting Thor that Malekith was the one who put him in that situation in the first place, switching his vengeance from Thor towards Malekith. And that's basically it, what you need to know about Algrim. Now, this is actually where things get a little bit interesting and more along the lines of where we want to go with this video. Now, in Thor: The Dark World, Malekith along with Kursed actually tried to unleash the Ether into the Nine Realms during the time of Convergence, but failed when they were up against the Asgardian armies led by Bor. That was when both Kursed and Malekith were able to get away and lock themselves up into hibernation chambers for 5,000 years until the next Convergence came around. Now, after 5,000 years of slumber, the Ether actually ended up showing up again, and Malekith along with Kursed decided to go ahead and try and get the Ether again. This time, Algrim, aka Kursed, making the sacrifice to become the last of the Cursed, something akin to a dark elf super soldier. Now, by doing this, he had to crush something called the Cursed Stone in his hand, which actually increases his strength and durability, but at the cost of his own life. Meaning, he would not live to see another day. He would only be able to have this power for only a couple of hours. Basically, what we want to get into is the Ether itself. The Ether is what makes this Cursed Stone. Technically, that's what we're talking about right here, Gem of the Cursed. And the Ether itself is actually an infinity gem, unique to the Marvel Universe, or the Marvel Cinematic Universe, for being the least like a gem, and by that I mean it's very fluid and mist-like in its properties. This has actually been confirmed to be the reality gem, which is basically one of the most powerful gems in the entire line of infinity gems. It actually has the ability to make the impossible possible on a universal scale. And that's about it. Thank you so much for tuning in to MMO Lore here at Casual Corridor. If you liked this video, please hit the like button down below, share with everybody that you know, and also comment in the section down below to tell me what you want to see next here on Casual Corridor. Anyways, I've been Taj. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I'll see you next time. See ya.